Okay, welcome back to Geology with YD. So I had changed the name from YD Studies to Geology with YD. Okay, so don't get confused. It is the same channel. So this is the part 5 of CIPW norm form, and I will be explaining you this time how to make nepheline. We are going to make nepheline, okay? And the second case of olivine also. So just watch full video and you will understand everything. And without wasting time, I will say let's start the video. Okay friends, this is example number 5, and this example we will be looking at the step 2, not step 2, oh, sorry, case 2 of olivine formula, which you can see this. We will in last example we have done case 1, it was. Now in this example we will be doing case 2. Okay, so this is example number 5 and part 5 also of CIPW norm form, and after this only one part is left, that is part 6, and then our CIPW norm form calculation will be over. So I will tell you first the percentage analysis. So the percentage analysis are 44.6 of SiO2 and 11.83, 2.4, 15.95, 9.92, 9.95, 2.5, 0.44, 1.25, 1.05 of TiO2 and 0.25 of MnO. So I have written here also, you can check it here also, but for if you guys are unable to look it properly, that's why I am telling you once again. So okay, the first step is, as all of you know, still I have to tell, calculating molecular proportion, and the formula is molecular proportion equals to percentage analysis divided by molecular weight into 1000. So this is the percentage analysis which will be given to you. Second one is already given, molecular weight, right? So this is the molecular proportion we have to find out. Okay, so this is the formula and I have already calculated it and written here everything. So here we got MnO4, so I have added this 4 to Fu. It was 222 I got, and plus 4 from MnO, so it is 226 now. Okay, so guys, if you haven't seen the part 1, 2, 3 and 4 also, so please watch that videos and parts and watch that full video, otherwise you will be unable to understand everything, because in that videos I have explained you in detail everything regarding this molecular proportion and regarding the ratio of the minerals and all. Okay, so going to our second step, we have done this, convert all MnO to FeO. So all MnO is converted to FeO, so this is 0 now. Okay, so the third step is we have to climb from down to up. It's from calcite till ilmenite we have to climb. See, calcite, apatite, pyrite, ilmenite, and then we have to, after ilmenite, jump to magnetite and then to hematite. Okay, so can we make calcite? No. Can we make apatite? No. Can we make pyrite? No. Can we make ilmenite? Yes, we can make, because we have TiO2, that is 13. So let's make it. Where is 13? TiO2. Okay, FeO is here, so this is 13 and this is also 13, right guys? Okay, so now can we make magnetite? Tell me, can we make it? Yes, because we have Fe2O3 15 and Fu is too much, we have 226, right? And here the formula for magnetite you can see FeO dot Fe2O3, so this is 15 and this also 15. Okay, so the step 3 is over. Step 3, magnetite, apatite, hematite. Can we make hematite? No, because Fe2O3 is fully used. We were having only 15 and we have used it in magnetite. Okay, so the fourth step is, after this, make minerals from top to down. Means we have to start, now we will make minerals from this orthoclase till olivine. Yeah, don't take quartz we have to take at the last. Okay, so we will start from orthoclase till olivine. Okay, so how much orthoclase can we make? How much K2O do we have? We have 5 K2O. Okay, so we will make 5 K2O. This is 5. Ratio is same, you know the ratio, 1:1:6. So 5 6 are 30, right? Then second one, Na2. How much Na2O we have? We have 40 Na2O. Okay, we will make 40 Na2O. This is 40 into 6 4 are 24, so this is 240 Na2O. Okay guys, then anorthite. Then it is CaO2. How much CaO we have? We have 178 CaO. But the problem is we don't have Al2O3 that much. We have only 116 Al2O3 as you can see, and out of that 45 we have used. So the left CaO Al2O3 is 71. So we will make only 71 minerals. And we will take only 71 CaO, and the remaining this is 142 SiO2. Okay. So we cannot make lucite nepheline corundum because we don't have any of this K2, Na2 or Al2O3. Okay. Acimide also we cannot make because we don't have Na2 and Fe2O3. So going to DAP side. So as I told you, 71 we have used CaO here. So the remaining 107 CaO will be used to make diopside. So 107, 107. Okay. So I told you the diopside formula. So do you remember? Hope so you guys remember. If not, it is here. You can check it once more and you can note it down. Okay, so you know these all are the remaining values of MgO, FeO and CaO. CaO is remaining 107, MgO is remaining, how much MgO? We haven't used MgO anything, right? So it is 248. And FeO remaining, we were having 226, and out of that we have used 18, not 12, we have used 28. So 226 minus 28. So let me calculate. It is 198 FeO is left. So by using the formula, we will get the value. By using these two formulas, we can find out the values of MgO proportion and FeO proportion in diopside formula, right? So let me write it. So it is 59 of MgO and 48 of FeO. 9 and this is 48. Okay. So next wollastonite we cannot make because CaO is already used. Then the next one is hyperstein. So whatever the remaining we have used MnO, TiO2, H2O we don't use, K2O is fully used, Na2O, CaO is fully used. Only left is MgO and FeO. Fe2O3 is used, Al2O3 is used. So we will make CaO and MgO. So how much CaO is left? How much MgO is left? We will calculate it. So it is 248. Okay, so 248 minus 59 will be approximately 189. Okay, so we'll make 189 hyperstein. So 189 SiO2. Then FeO is left how much? 226 minus 48 minus 15 minus 13. So that is equal to 150, not 11. 150. So here 150. Okay. So now Al2O3, Fe2O3, FeO, MgO, CaO, Na2O, K2O, H2O we don't use. TiO2 and MnO is everything is used. So now we'll calculate our SiO2. So just we will do it sum up 30 to 40 to 30 plus 240 plus 142 plus 107 plus 59 plus 48 plus 89 and plus 150. Sorry, this is 189 and this is 150. So plus 189 plus 150 minus 743. So when we will minus it now guys, so I will tell you. So its sum is 965 from 30 to 150. It is 965, which is far more than 743. So in the last part 4 I told you, when we get the sum of this column more than this number, that means the rock is silica deficient rock. The sample which we have got is silica deficient rock. So in this case we will make olivine. So for making olivine, the first thing we have to do is, because why we will make olivine? Because in olivine the ratio of MgO and SiO2 is 2 MgO 2:1. So when we will use 2 MgO, only 1 SiO2 will be needed. So that's why we will rub this all. We will rub all hyperstein first, because now we have to convert first olivine. We have to make first olivine, then we will make that hyperstein. Okay. So in the last form I told you, example number 4. Case 1, in first case, if m plus f upon 2 is smaller or equal to s, then we have to use this formula. Okay. and if m plus f upon 2 is far more than s, then we will not make any hyperstone, we will make full olivine only. So we will see what is the value of m plus f, and you don't know what is m, f and s. So this is f, m is remaining proportion of MgO, f remaining proportion of FeO, and s remaining proportion of SiO2. So now how we will find out m? We know it is 189 because we have rubbed here. So it is m is 189. Okay, I will write it here. And f is 150, and this is s is 117. Okay, and how s is 117? See, as we are going to convert hyperstone to olivine, so we have to rub first hyperstone. We have rubbed all hyperstone. Okay, now hyperstone is 0, olivine is 0. So now we will calculate how much m, f and s we have. So s 743 minus 30 minus 240 minus 142 minus 107 minus 59 minus 48, right? Then everything is clear. So 743 minus all these things will be equal to 117. So we have 117 silica minerals. After this, we have to check FeO minerals. So 226 minus 48 minus 15 minus 13, which is equal to 150. And then MgO mineral is 248 minus 59, that is 189. Okay. So over this formula, we have to keep this in mind, m plus f. So m plus f 189 plus 250, so not 250, it is 150, right? So 189 plus 150, it is equals to something 339. It is 339 divided by 2. So it is nearly 169.5, and s is 117. So here you can clearly see in this situation, this is 169.5 is the value of m plus f upon 2, and this is the value of s. So here the m plus f upon 2 is clearly larger than s. You can see that it is far more than that. It is 169 and it is only 170. So we will be applying our case 2, that is if m plus f upon 2 is greater than s, then make olivine only, don't make any hyperstone. Okay, so we will make full olivine, whatever is left over. So we have left how much? 189 m. So we will make olivine of 189 m. Okay, this is 189, and we were having 150 f, so we will be making 150 f. And in the same way we will be writing their SiO2 values. So here the ratio is 2:1. So if 150 it is there, so then it is only 75 SiO2, and if 189, then it is nearly 94.5. Okay, so it is 94.5. Now we will calculate its sum, because Al2O3, Fe2O3 and everything are used. Only we have to check whether it is equal to sum of 73 or not. Okay, because I told you when there is a silica deficiency rock, in the part 4 I have told you, when there is a silica deficient rock, you have to follow a procedure. When there is a silica deficiency rock, you have to convert hyperstone to olivine, and still if the deficiency is still there, then we will convert albite to nepheline, and again if this still there will be a deficiency, then at the end we will convert orthoclase to leucite. Okay, so we will do now first one, means we have converted hyperstone to olivine. So now we will check whether our silica deficiency is satisfied or not. So just we will check it now only. That is 743 minus 30 minus 240. So guys, I have calculated it. So it is equal to nearly, there is a difference of 52.5. Okay. So the sum of this is 795.5, the sum of all this thing, and here it is 743. So there's a difference, because still the sum of all these things is not equal to 743 or not less than that. So we have to convert the next one, that is albite to nepheline, because we have converted all the hyperstone to olivine, so still deficiency is there. So we will now make albite to nepheline. So first whenever we have to convert anything, so we will rub that full. So it is albeit it is here, second row, you can see here. So I will rub this full row. So rub this 40. Okay, everything is rubbed. Now you have to again calculate the remaining S value now, and now remaining, okay, it is 40 only because it was used 40 and here 40 is left. So let's again calculate the value of S, what is left, and what is the Na2 proportion you have, and what is Al2 proportion you have, and SR2 proportion you have. Okay, so let me calculate. So guys, I have calculated the values. So these are the values: 743 minus 30 minus 142 minus 107 minus 59 minus 48 minus 94.5 and minus 75 equals to 187.5. Okay, Na2 value is 40 because we have rubbed whole albite. So now Na2 is 40, back to the 40. Al2O3 is 40, we have rubbed this also. Okay, so now the formula for nepheline is, this is the formula for nepheline formula, Na2O proportion. This is nepheline, you can see this. And you know why we are making nepheline now? Because see, in this albite we have to consume, the ratio is 1:1:6. Okay, so when we will take 1 Na2O, we have to take 6 SiO2. But in nepheline, when we will take 1 Na2O, we have to take only 2 SiO2. So this will help us to reduce our silica deficiency. Okay, so this is the formula. Here the N is Na2O remaining values, and here the S is remaining values of SiO2. So as I have told you, here we have here values. So I will be used with the help of this formula. 6 is 6 into 40 minus 187.5 divided by 4, right guys? So it will be 6 4s are 24, it is nearly 240, and this is minus 187.5 upon 4, which will be equal to 52.5 divided by 4. So it is nearly equal to 13.125. So taking as a round figure, it is only 13. Okay, so we have to make 13 Na2O proportion. So this was the formula of Na2O proportion, as you can see here, Na2O proportion in nepheline formula. Okay, so we found it, we have to make it 13. So we will take 13 Na2O here. This is 13, then albite what is this, Al2O3, and this 13 to the 26 nepheline, and the remaining we will make it the albite only. So 40 minus 13, that is 27. So it is here 27, and here it will be 162. Okay, so now this 30 plus 162 plus 142 plus 26 plus 107 plus 59 plus 48 plus 94.5 plus 75 is equal to 743. Means the sum of all this will be 743.5, and there is a 0.5 error, but it's you can manage it, no problem, because this error is a normal error, and it's always happen in this olivine row, and sometimes you will see it in leucite also. So nothing to worry about it, because the error is only of 0.5, so you can manage it, because no problem. But if there is, if the sum of all this is equal to 744, 74 means, then if think that you count from this 30 to 75 and you get the sum is 744, so then you have a deficiency, you have to make it clear. Okay, but 0.5 is okay, you can, no problem with 0.5. Okay, so this we have done here, everything is done, and now we have to molecular proportion. I told you the fifth step, molecular proportion. Okay, it's here in the downside, smallest mineral proportion upon 1000, and this is molecular proportion of mineral. Okay, so here smallest mineral is 5, so 5 divided by 1000, that is 0.005. we will write here, and the same way we will write up all. Here 27, here 70, here 71, here 13, here 107, 59, 48, here 1, here we will take smallest, that is 94. That is, what is that? It is, I think, 90. It is 94.5, then it is 75, and here 15, here 13, and yeah, that's it. So divided by 1000 and write it here, and after that multiply the sixth step. Where is the sixth step? 1 minute guys. Yeah, so here is the sixth step. Okay, what happened? Here is the sixth step, molecular proportion of mineral, that is here, which you will find here. And this is molecular weight of mineral. You have to multiply both the values and you have to write in this percentage norm, and you have to write after decimal only 2 digits and take that 2 digit as the average. Okay, and after that you have to sum up whatever it is in the Sally group. You can see Sally group is still corundum, from quartz to corundum it is Sally group, and from asmite to calcite it is Femi group. So whatever it is there, you have to add here all the values and write it here. So guys, I will not make the video longer because the steps are easy. The hard is this one only. So that's why I told you only this thing. And this I have already told in the part 1, 2 and 3. In part 4 also I haven't told you what is the molecular proportion and all. So you guys can find it out easily. Okay, that's not a big deal. But I will be telling you the Sally group percentage and Femi group percentage, so that you guys can have can check it whether it is right or wrong. And this is 40.36. Sally group percentage is 40.36, and here it is 58.64. 58.64%. The total is 99%. It is exactly 99. There is no decimal. Okay. So if you guys get 99%, then it means your norm form is correct, and the part 5 also you have done successfully. So see you in the next class of part 6, where I will be making a leaf side. Okay. So hope so you have understood everything about the fifth part of CFW norm form. Now only the one part is left, that is the last part and part 6. Okay. So if you are watching, I will be saying you that if you have some doubts, you can just comment down everything. Whatever doubts you have, just comment it. Okay. And please watch all the parts from starting to ending, so that you can understood very well everything. Okay. And other than this, if you have any other topic which you want me to cover, you can just comment down it, and I will try to make a video on that, and I will definitely reply you. So thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.